have an HSA eligible plan available at work, or are you on a bronze plan with the ACA right now? If so, you're sitting on a triple tax advantaged powerhouse for healthcare and retirement. Today, my guest, a top advisor from Wilde Wealth here in Scottsdale, Arizona, breaks down how to maximize your HSA. Stick around. I'm Lisa Martin, your health insurance Sherpa, here with Jonathan Fagan, a fellow HSA fan with advice that anyone with an HSA can use to improve their finances now and for retirement. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you. So let's start with the fundamentals. Not everybody knows if they're in an HSA eligible plan. How do they know?
Well, usually the employer meetings when they set up and they get hired on, they'll get or once a year renewal, they'll have all the different options, and everybody gets overwhelmed with all the different plans of 401ks and health insurance and what options of health insurance. But usually there's someone there to help guide, navigate, at least point them in the right direction for this type of plan.
Okay. Usually HSA is in the plan name too, or it might say HDHP, high deductible health plan.
Correct.
I think that's one way we can identify them.
And more employers are rolling these out on a consistent basis, so they're more prevalent than they're not.
Yes. I know 15 years ago, they weren't as common or people were afraid of them. Now they're becoming very popular, especially for financial advisors I know are big fans.
Absolutely. And our clients are big fans as well, too, once they're educated and at least pointed in the right direction. So we get a call about these usually during enrollment time, or a new opportunity comes to rise and they're going to start a new career. And they said, here's our benefits package. Let's take a look. And so we go through it in that way.
Yep, I get those questions too. It's a lot to go through. Health insurance is complex.
Absolutely. And I do not want to advise on the health insurance. I try to give them a high level and point them to directions to like yourself.
Yes. I appreciate that. Also, something brand new with the Affordable Care Act this year, 2026, all bronze and catastrophic plans are HSA eligible. So I think a lot of people are not aware of that yet.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Great news.
Those, the bronze plans have copays for doctor visits, which in the past the HSA plans have not had. You had to meet a $7,500 deductible. Nothing but preventive care was covered before that. So I think it's tremendous. And almost anybody can take advantage of these.
Absolutely.
So what are the contribution limits for 2026 for a single person, for a family? Who is a family?
Yeah, usually last quarter, fourth quarter, they roll out for the year ahead. And this year, you're looking at a single taxpayer, $4,400. Anybody over 55 can actually do an additional $1,000 as a catch-up.
Nice.
Or a married family, $8,750 with an additional $1,000 on 55 and plus.
Okay. And a family could be a single parent and a child, right? As long as it's two people?
Absolutely.
Okay. Nice.
And that has a broader definition as well, too. So that's a huge opportunity for people to put money towards a plan like this. And unlike the FSA plan, it's not a use it or lose it. So if they don't spend all the money throughout the year, it rolls over to the next year, and then they get to put the new contributions in, which is a huge advantage as well. That is tremendous. I think that's a key right there. Yeah, especially when you're coming from the planning perspective of looking for different buckets that help diversify your overall financial nest egg and retirement options as well, because this we'll talk about later. Yeah, this could be used for retirement as well. Yeah, absolutely. So if I'm doing the math right, if there's two people in a plan together, they can put in, and somebody's over 55, they could put in $9,750 in a year. Correct. That's tremendous. That's a couple $1,000s of tax savings. Absolutely. And what's great is your employer will allow you to spread it out throughout all the paychecks. So if you get paid twice a month, right, you could divide this out by 24, and it's manageable, saves the taxes, so you don't feel like you lose all those dollars on a monthly basis. And they're all eligible as soon as there's money in the account that you could use them right away too, which is a huge plan. It is. Now, something we should probably point out that's something I just learned recently is you have to have your HSA account opened before you want to use it for an expense. So let's say I open my account today. I can't use those funds for anything that I have incurred before today. That is correct. Okay. Good and bad. Yeah. To get you incentivized to open that account. Right. I usually tell people, open it with $100. The fee is a couple dollars a month, maybe just to have the account, but put the $100 in there in case you end up at the emergency room in a week. Absolutely. Yeah. And there's actually another loophole that a lot of people don't realize, or a tax strategy, if you want to look at it that way, is you can do a one-time IRA transfer rollover into the HSA lifetime though.
What, is there a maximum?
It's the contribution limit for that. So
okay, for the HSA, not the IRA.
For the HSA.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a good way to kickstart your HSA plan and throw additional dollars in right away.
Yeah.
For those catastrophic or just braces or something else that's going to come across down the road.
Yeah. It is nice to kind of see that account sitting there and know it's not coming out of your monthly budget.
Absolutely.
So how about the core values of HSAs? Walk me through the triple tax advantage. This is the only triple tax advantaged investment vehicle out there?
Absolutely. And it's more the option of you get the pre-tax benefit. So it comes out of your paycheck before taxes. So that's a huge benefit. Every year that the money sits in there, every year it continues to grow and compound without any interest or taxes. And third, you get to take distributions or qualified medical expenses from the plan without any taxes. Nice. So that's a big triple tax advantage
tax
plan.
In, growing, and out. That's
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And if you keep it long enough, when you get over into retirement too, you can start taking medical distributions as well. So another bucket in the retirement planning strategy space.
It gets a little complicated for the retirement planning, but I think it's a really important piece to consider. But how about someone like myself where I have, my husband has a 401k plan available. We have an HSA plan. Actually, the premium difference between the traditional plan and the HSA was like $400 a month. So we said, let's put that money in our HSA instead. And it has worked out to our benefit for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But then you have a Roth. So how do you decide how much to contribute between all of these different options? I mean, there's a lot of tax advantages with all of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, every dollar has a different job, right? So this dollar is going to be designed for your health benefits and accumulations. So we always know it's not if, it's when these expenses are going to come up, especially in my household. We utilize our plan all the time, but it gives us this advantage of that too. So it's not an or, it's an and or,
I like that.
Depending on what fits in your budget and most importantly. But if you can take full advantage of every dollar, why not?
Right.
And that's where you really have to budget and figure out at the beginning of the year what makes the most sense.
Okay. Because with the HSA, you're also lowering your taxable income just like you would be with like a 401k contribution or something.
Yes. Since about a week ago, we've just finished tax season.
Yes.
These are all different things but you have to do it the year prior to take advantage of that too. But now that we're in this year, definitely look at that.
So it goes calendar year, just like with your taxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we didn't talk about with the money that sits in there and grows over the years or in the present day, you can invest it or keep it in cash, whatever you feel the most comfortable. So some of our clients, hey, I'm only anticipating X amount of dollars this year in medical expenses that they know of. We would like to take the rest of it and invest it. So you can buy stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs in a separate account that allows this money to grow for you at a faster rate than just sitting in cash. Or if you know the expenses like braces that are going to come up or some dental work or vision, you can allocate those into cash so you don't take a lot of risk. So you at least get some interest on those dollars too.
Nice. Yeah. So let's talk about that for a minute. There are a lot of eligible expenses that people may not be aware of. It could be something that their health plan doesn't even cover, like acupuncture. What are some other eligible expenses people may not be aware of besides the medical, the dental, vision expenses?
The glasses that we're wearing here in our conversation.
Yes.
Your dental expenses. Those are the things that any medical copays and prescriptions or any eligible through the list that is provided through usually the employer or through their plan.
Okay. Yeah, I use HSAbank.com a lot. That's who my account happens to be with, but they do have a nice list of eligible expenses.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot you can tap into there. So no plan is perfect. With a health savings account plan, what are some pitfalls, or what should we watch out for?
Well, usually your employer will roll out a high deductible plan. So we'll table that back to you, the medical expert, medical insurance expert, that you got to make sure that fits in your family's budget too, because if you're going to a lot of the hospital visits or doctor visits and things that are going to cause your deductible quickly to dissolve, you want to make sure you have the right premium plan. Right. Or if you don't go at all, using maybe a single person that's younger that avoids the doctor like I did back in college or post-college, where I wouldn't go to the doctor as much. This would have been a great plan because I would save money on a monthly basis on my premium, but also be able to sock away money into this HSA plan that would grow over time. Then fast forward, when I do have a family and other medical expenses, I could have had a nice little nest egg. So it would have been nice to know about 25 plus years ago.
Right. Especially I've been through braces a few times with kids, so that can be pretty expensive. So what about record keeping? How do you recommend that people keep track of their HSA expenses? And maybe their non-HSA expenses. Maybe some people aren't using their HSA and letting it grow.
Yeah. Most people, I always defer to their CPA. Ask them what the best way they want to track the record keeping. But a rule of thumb would be maybe keep an Excel spreadsheet that has every expense that you spend and the date that it works, and an envelope that has all the receipts, or email that holds all the receipts if you still print them out or if you don't print them out.
Yeah.
But somewhere you can at least say, hey, here, in case anybody came back to look at you, you would have all these.
Okay.
But a lot of times some of the HSA companies will require a receipt of purchase.
Oh.
And you'll see, and you probably didn't even notice this, even at a CVS or Walgreens, when you go to buy something, it'll say, even if it's over the counter, it might say HSA approved.
Right, like Tylenol or
that
some
you
kind
would
of
have
pain
never
medication.
thought of that. Redirect that and get a reimbursement too.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so I mean, people don't really use checks anymore, but I ordered checks when I set up my HSA account because what we're thinking is I just keep a simple, my system is 2 file folders: HSA, paid receipts, non-HSA receipts. But you can go back and actually reimburse yourself for those non-HSA receipts. So if, let's say you're young and single and you're just paying out of your pocket for a prescription here and there, or a doctor visit, but later on you want to go on a cruise or do something really cool, then you could go reimburse yourself for all of those expenses. But you do want to keep good records since it's tied to your taxes.
And for the younger people listening to this, a check is something we used to write against.
I used to use them at the grocery store.
Here we go. Exactly. But the technology has definitely kept us up to speed here.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you collaborate with brokers on maybe a client that has a group plan or somebody that is on the ACA? I guess we should clarify that's the Affordable Care Act or healthcare.gov or somebody's state exchange.
Yeah, we try to defer to you guys, the experts. Let you guys tell us what makes the most sense for the client. And if they now are going to say, hey, we went through our enrollment, this is what we're looking at doing, then we kind of jump into there and say, okay, let's put that in our financial plan. Let's put this in our strategy for the year and look at the game plan from that standpoint.
Perfect.
Yeah. Another case study, like we talked about, a younger single person that might be starting off their career and accumulating money over time, but also empty nesters. Kids are off the payroll. Kids are off the health insurance now. And it's just a husband and wife or a single person going into that retirement stage. It's a good opportunity for you to now start loading up that for your next stage in retirement. So we talk about a lot of that.
Absolutely. One thing that you can actually use your HSA for too is COBRA premiums. So I guess that could be any someone at any stage of life where they could pay their COBRA premium and long-term care premiums. And part of the Medicare premiums, I'm not sure exactly which one, but
yeah, a lot of great plans. Hopefully they continue to inflate it up every year so you can do more and more dollar amounts to keep up with the cost of inflation.
So what would one game-changing tip be for listeners? What would you say would be the most important thing?
I would definitely put this in your enrollment meeting or question answer and see which one works the best. I think, and then look at the investment options that you can do, because let this money grow and build without taxes. Pretty good strategy there.
Yeah. Well, that's where it's important. I think, like, I collaborate with people at Wilde Wealth, the advisors. They come to me to talk about the health insurance, but then we talk about how to keep the income low to qualify for those subsidies. And then the CPA can get involved as well. So it's nice to have the whole team working together for, it's not too early to plan for retirement.
No, not at all.
This could be an important piece.
You can't go backwards. You can only go forward.
Right. How about 3 takeaways? I would say the triple tax advantage, it's the only thing out there. So something to take advantage of. You could have a group plan. You could have an ACA, an individual plan. If it's bronze or catastrophic, even with the copays now, that's HSA eligible.
I would add into that is things that you wouldn't even think of, over-the-counter Tylenol or, braces or a brace if, someone got hurt as an eligible expense that you can get on a pre-tax basis.
Right. So if you have an HSA now, I would contribute the maximum to capture the full tax benefits, or even at least contribute what you're going to use during the year for medical, dental, vision expenses.
Absolutely.
And if you don't use it, it rolls over. So that's even better.
That's the most important part. You don't lose it.
So it's better than an FSA or even an HRA because it's your money. Even if you have it with your employer, they're helping you deduct pre-tax premiums or pre-tax contributions, then you take it with you. It's yours forever.
That's good.
So one challenge for you today, check your plan summary, see if your plan is HSA eligible. Ask HR if you need to, if you have a group plan, or ask your broker. Confirm your HSA eligibility, and then look into opening an account and contributing at least $100 to open it.
And if you need help, we're here to help on the financial planning side on the second stage of that.
Perfect. So thank you, Jonathan, for helping us understand the full value of HSAs. You can reach out to him at jonathan@wildewealth.com or at 480-264-5329. I'm Lisa Martin, your Health Insurance Sherpa. I hope you gained valuable insight into how powerful HSAs are. It's a strategy to leverage as early as possible for tax-free healthcare savings and to create a tax-free fund for health expenses later in life. Thank you for trusting me with your health insurance journey. Subscribe for more useful health insurance advice or reach out to me at lisa@ecafinancial.com.